Why, hello there, YouTubes. It's me, the Scully. You're watching SCTV. I'm gonna play some Sorcery. Yes. So this is kind of like the old books you used to get, the text adventure type of things, which I used to love when I was a kid, because I was an only child and I had no friends. But no, there were single player adventures basically. So you just sat there with your pencil and your paper and your book, and you rolled your dice and fought the monsters, and then cheated to put your finger in the page when you went backwards and forwards. And so yeah, this is basically, they've made it for PC. They've put it on to Android as well. So yeah, I thought I had to get myself a piece of that. So yeah, basically text-based adventure, but they've kind of bunged some graphic-y stuff into it, which is cool. So I'm gonna be a girl, cause I'm a girl. You've walked the wilds of Kabad, through Kar and the spiteful backlands, all the way into Mampang. You've survived traps, thieves, serpents, and vengeful gods, and now it is here, the Crown of Kings! Epic voice! It's said the crown was never forged, only found by Shalana, the Reformer, a lowly foot soldier who became Emperor of the Eastern World. Such is the power of the crown. The air around it crackles with influence. Take it, or wait. Take it, fuck it. Your destiny awaits. With the crown in your hands, you will be as powerful as Shalana. The goblins are arming, the giants are waking, and the birdmen carving cruel daggers from the stone. Fail. War will come, but would you prevent it? And then the image of the crown begins to flicker. You rush forwards. It's a trap! And startle yourself awake. You're alone, exhausted, in the little hut in the outpost settlement. Your unimaginable journey is not even a single step begun. Dreams. I'm going to have to turn the music down a little bit. Rather epic though. Sorcery! Part 1. Da, 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 da. Alright, 1 secondo. Actually, can I even do that? Probably not. No, there are no settings. I can turn the music off, but we don't want to do that. We want music. We need music. Let's turn it down in Windows if we can. Okay, oh, Windows 10 now, you confuse the shit out of me. Hang on. Let's turn it down a little bit there. Right then. It is sunrise. I have to use my epic voice, aren't I? It is sunrise! You dress, breakfast on bread and goat's milk. Oh, lovely. And collect the pack and sword from your bedside. Beside your bed. Fail. God, I can't even talk now. Test the blade, pray for luck, or leave the hut. Should we test the blade? It's probably going to cut your finger on it, but fuck it. Pause to test the blade against your thumb. Blackness has done well. Edge is keen and draws a narrow line of blood. Ow! Outside the hut, you hear the outpost settlement stirring into life. Let's pray for some luck. Taking a moment more, you close your eyes and raise a prayer to your spirit guide, who I think is the panther. This morning it has the form of the panther, there you go. But what will it become once your journey truly begins? A great calm descends on you. Ooh. Time then to depart. You'll lift back the flap of the hut and step into the early morning sunshine. Draw a path to the flag. Zoop. Eyes follow you as you leave the hut and walk towards the great Shamananenti wall. Shamu Tanti wall. Okay, it's the Shamu wall, alright? It's the whale wall. Frontiers people of this tiny settlement are well aware of your mission. Greet them or ignore them. I shall be friendly. You turn to them and bow. Some smile in reply, but are too afraid to approach. Others make gestures of protection. You're going beyond the wall, so they believe you to be cursed. A man is waiting on the path to the Cantopani Gate, final doorway between Analand and the wilds of bad. We'll get these names. You recognise Sergeant the Sightmaster's warriors. He holds out his hand. There's some weird shit going on there. Greetings, Sergeant, or get out of my way. Greetings. Touches his forehead with 2 fingers. You're almost ready for my lady. He says, I have for you a gift from the king. 24 gold pieces. It is all we can spare this time. He holds out a pouch. So take it, take half, or refuse it. I'll be gimping myself, but I'm going to take half, because they need the money. Take the bag, count out half the coins, return the rest. The king will need them should I fail, you declare. You choose a harder path, but I respect you for it, Sightmaster replies. You must collect your spellbook if you wish magic to aid you. And should you wish to practice your swordplay, I will go one last round with you. He points with his staff towards the training ground. Let's go get my spellbook. One of the huts, set slightly back from the others, is decorated with glyphs and strange symbols. A terrible smell emanates from its doorway. Blech. This is the hut of the chief mage, and then he farts a lot. He has been preparing your spellbook for days, reading star charts to work out which spells will be available to you in the different locations in the hills and beyond. Go inside. You lift the flap and go inside. Maid looks at you with haggard, sleepless eyes and presses the book into your hands. Do you understand how to use it? Tell me. Each spell is crafted through the alignment of 3 stars, he begins. The spell Zap, for example, is made of aligning Zarathustra, Augus, and Pinny. Of course it is. We knew that. But that is not important. What matters is that the spell is called and what it does. Zap will give you control over lightning, funnily enough. Hot will create a fireball. FOF, 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 will create a force field around you. Oh no, I'm getting attacked. FOF. Tell me more. Mage nods. Law spell is formed with Lilith, Augus, and Wex. It will allow you to control the will of unintelligent creatures. The wall spell is quite different and uses different stars. The order matters, you see. Wall creates an invisible barrier. So it's not a force field, it's an invisible barrier. You'll find the rest in the book. Taps the leather-bound volume. Thank you. I think we'll work it out. Thank you. Scratches absently his ear. Remember, some spells will cost you effort to use, but the ones that don't will not work without a focus. An item of some kind. You will need to read the book to know what happens. I added happens onto the end of that sentence. Research magic using the spell button on the map. So, spellbook. There we go. 48 spells. Oh my god. Oh, there you go. There's the FOP. So it tells you it costs you stamina to use some. And you have to have stuff to use other ones. Okay, that's cool. We will look at those later. Shall we go to the training grounds? You walk with the sergeant to the training ground and he wraps the base of his staff in leather. Ready my sword. To begin, we will practice the stances. First, defend yourself against me. Choose your attack power by dragging your character sideways. To defend, stay fully left. How do I drag myself? Okay. No, I don't. Okay. Right, so I was already fully left. Sightmaster is a powerful enemy. By defending, you will receive the minimum damage from any attack he makes. Sightmaster Sergeant defends himself as well. The round is a stalemate. The next attack will be one of my strongest, he declares. If you can perform a full attack, you may overpower me, but otherwise, your bloody staff's in the way. But otherwise, you had best defend yourself. Pull your character to the right and defend. Pull your character to the left. So he's going to smash me this time. There you go. Boom! You defend yourself again, building up your power for next turn. Sightmaster attempts a strong attack, but you receive only a small amount of damage. He will be weaker now, so his next attack will be lower. My next attack will be weak, he declares. Telegraph my attacks. So we go wabang. Yeah. Play a strong attack, overpowering the Sightmaster, who tries a low, careful attack. Overpowering a weak attack is easy, so you should aim to use as little power as possible. My next attack will be of medium strength. You may be able to overpower me if you wish. Yeah? Oh, not quite. Not quite. Okay. My next attack will be low. You should defend yourself? Okay. Alright then. Receive a small amount of damage. Excuse me. Sorry, tutorial. So basically it's trying to get the power right, depending on what they're going to do. And they do telegraph their attacks, I think. So, now defend myself. So I will just poke you. Poke. Good choice. Yeah, I'm going to smash you in the face. Boom! Competent combat. That'll do. That'll do, pig. That'll do. You seem to remember the basics, the sergeant says breathlessly. Good. Another round? How about no? I'm done. Very good, the sergeant agrees, but if you wish about in earnest, then I warn you, I'll not go easy on you. Indicates a wide yard where there is space for a true match. Don't know if I can be bothered. I'm not sure. Shall we? Yeah, why not? Fuck it. Let's fuck him up. Head over to the yard to practice about real fighting. Sergeant removes the cloth padding from the base of his staff. You, unsheath your sword. This time I'll not tell you my intentions. You will have to read them for yourself. Be ready. I think he's going to go in. Oh, okay, maybe not. Well then. Smiles at you, raises his staff in salute and takes his position. You drop into a defensive crouch immediately. Sightmaster is not to be trifled with. Covers himself as well. You see his grip change on the heel of his staff as he readies himself to strike again. I'm going to defend this time. Hold firm and keep your defense. He tries the deep bash, but you duck. A thin, grim expression crosses his face. Kaboom! Yeah. Overwhelming staff swing. So you're gonna have... I'm gonna defend here. Bunk. Drop yourself into a crouch. A light blow sails over your head. Escape mostly uninjured. You notice his knuckles are widening. Uh-oh. I'm gonna try and go... Yeah! Wabang! Acting quickly, you sweep your sword across his body with powerful force, enough to finish him. Throws down his staff. You have me. You have me. Declares with a grin. 2 stamina, last skilled sword play. Whoop. Gasping for breath, he bows to you once more. Very good, though you will need to protect yourself better out there. As he talks, a nearby healer hurries over with a salve on your health, and the sergeant's is quickly restored. Ring. Buy some rations. Got some food. Small traders in the settlement supply the Sightmaster's warriors with weapons, armour, food and clothing. You go over with the sergeant to a store selling flatbreads and cheese. 2 gold pieces per ration, the owner says. How much we got? 12. Let's buy 2. Hand over your coins, and the man places 2 rations carefully into your pack. You must be sure to eat every day or you will suffer, the sergeant tells you, standing at your side. Eating more will give you extra strength, but is not necessary. Check the contents of your pack using the items button. Okay, let's go. You reach the foot of the mighty gate. It is sealed. Well, how are we getting out then? Sergeant places one hand on the wood. The gate has been locked for some time to deter raiders, he tells you. but you will have no difficulty. Stars in this place allow the DOP spell to be crafted, and he stands back. Cast a spell. Anybody remember Nightmare? Spell casting. D-O-P. D-O-P. Open locks and doors. Cast. Bob. Or DOP. You weave the spell. One by one, the great tumblers of the door begin to creak and groan. Then the hinges turn with a noise like hail on a canvas roof. Now there's a metaphor. These gates have not opened since our last champion was lost, the sergeant says. I wish you more luck than he. Perhaps you will even meet him on your travels. I fear he is dead. If I overtake him, then he is too slow. That does not concern me. I fear he's dead. I'm sure he's dead. Sightmaster nods, peering at something on the horizon. I believe he is returning, but transformed. I hope you do not meet the same fate. He stands back from you. Transformed? To worry. Was he turned into a werewolf or something? Together you step into the shadow of the wall. One last word, he declares. When you have the crown, find the highest point you can find, where we will be watching. Really? You're going to see from that far away? You'd be like, hi, I've got it! I'm over here! Watching from where? Yeah, exactly. From here. Sightmaster warriors are selected from birth for their incredible powers of telescopic vision. You cannot help but wonder how far he can see. Tell me what lies ahead. This path leads to Cantopani, settlement of traders, though most are rogues and thieves. That's nice. You should be there before the sun has reached its peak. From there, 3 routes lead on to Kristantinani. But no single route is safe. Kakabad is a land of devils. And beyond Ka? I cannot see, though, so far. Well then, you suck. But once you've crossed the city port of traps, fuck me, you will enter the backlands. They say that day and night they are controlled by forces other than the sun, and from Ka too your progress will be watched. It's time to go. Striding away you pass through the gate. Faces of the folk watching your departure reveal the hopes that rest on you and your quest. The early morning air is crisp and the rising sun paints the slopes in shades of peaceful beauty, concealing the evil that lies ahead. To death. Sorry. The path winds through slopes of wild scrubland. The countryside is deserted and the eerie silence is broke only by the cawing of occasional crow. There is a spell for hearing what they say, but you do not have the equipment it requires. Can't talk to birds. The birds appear to pause in the air to examine you as they pass. Stupid creatures, they pose no threat, so you ignore them. Yeah, fuck you, crows. Barely an hour beyond the wall, and the air begins to grow foul. The Shamu Hills are infested with the pestilence of the backlands. Yeah. It saps the energy from your body, leaving you feeling nauseous and weak. Cover my mouth. Yeah. Cover your mouth with your neck stuff. It does no good. They warned you of this. You'll grow accustomed to it longer than you are out here, but for the moment you must be very careful. Your stamina has just decreased. Oh, fantastic. You can see your stamina at the top of the screen. If this reaches 0, you may be too tired to carry on. Stamina can be regained up to the maximum by eating rations or resting. So it's knocked half my stamina off already. Great! That's brilliant. It's not really fair, is it? So we either go cross-country travel or a low rise. Let's go along the road. Oh, me. Another hour passes and you crest a small hillock, from the top of which you can see the path continuing downwards into a small settlement of huts. This must be Cantopani. Look at the village, look for a way around, or move on. Let's look at the village. From this distance it's hard to make out much about the town, except that it must be desperately poor. Fields on either side are brown with caked mud, and a few penned animals are thin and wizened like thirsty vines. More metaphors! No wonder the Sightmaster's warriors don't trouble themselves to protect this place. There's nothing here to protect. To avoid the village or Cantapani? Let's go to the village. Have a look. Have a look-see. Of course, if you were scared of a town like Cantapani, then you could not hope to survive in Kakabad proper. No, you follow the path down into the town. The round huts are made of hard-baked bright clay, and the roofs are thinly thatched. As you pass, eyes appear at dark doorways, tracking your every move. For a moment, it seems like this will be all you see of the town's inhabitants. But then, a villager appears from one of the dwellings and blocks your path. Out of my way, mortal. Look at him, threaten him, push him out the way, or cast a spell. Look at him. He's 5 feet tall. They cannot grow much taller out here in this poisonous air. He has thick-set arms and thighs, and is half-clothed in tattered breeches. His eyes are wild, and his hair red. Long red hair and beard stand out from his face in a wiry tangle. "Hold, stranger!" he commands. "What business have you in Cantapani?" "I don't know, actually." "Oh, God!" I want to... I made my mind up for me and just whacked the mouse. "I want to buy equipment." He grunts, but you can see that he's pleased with... Hang on. But you can see that he's pleased. With emotion, he encourages you to follow, taking you through the village to a large hut. The storage house. Inside, you find that the building is a storage house. A quartermaster, somewhat plumper than your guide, is seated at a table. Wait to be introduced. "This lady is here to do business," the villager explains. "Get out of here, flea," the fat man replies, getting up from his seat to hustle the villager out. Then he turns to you with a smile and beckons you to sit. "Greetings, stranger," he purrs. "Shall I show you my wares?" Yeah. Man wags a finger. "Wait there." He disappears for a moment into a side room. Search the room. While the man's out of sight, you quickly rifle the nearby shelves, but find nothing except for a small vial of potion. We don't know what the fuck it is. Let's leave it. It's not no nicking stuff right now. Leave it where it is. There's no way of telling what the vial might contain, after all. Exactly. Merchant returns, carrying a large box. "For you," he declares, moving his hands as he speaks. "You've come to the right place. This collection, the very best. Our most strange and interesting artifacts. Collected from other travellers who come this way." Begins to lay the items out in front of you, treating each with great care. "You have 8 gold pieces to spend, but is there anything here you'd want to buy?" "A musical pipe, a weapon, a leather bag, a jewel." So can I see... Because what do we need in the old spell book for... Because there's some that need things to operate. That needs a gold piece. Beeswax, goblin's tooth, bamboo flute, violet glow, giant's tooth, potion, pebble, sand, nose plugs, skull cap, face mask, black jewel of gold. For God, when this spell is cast, any creatures or humans nearby will take an immediate liking to the caster and will offer aid and information. This illusion spell can only be performed if the caster is wearing a jewel of gold. I wonder. Firewater, stone dust, yellow powder, blah, blah, blah. Right, that's it by the looks of it. Okay, maybe we'll get the jewel, shall we? Shall we? Shall we? Jewel. Yeah, you reach for the larger jewel in the centre of the box, but he stays your hand. "Please, it's too valuable to allow you to handle. 10 gold pieces is a lot, more than you have in your pouch." Look closer. You lower your eye into the table to peer more closely at the gem. It is clear, glassy, and its surface seems to be slightly sweating. "Dragon's tears," the merchant says. "You've never heard of such a thing before. Don't buy, because I can't afford it." "Very wise, I'm sure," it replies, and puts the jewel carefully away. "Please, something else today?" What's the weapon? Looks at you carefully, sizing up what kind of customer you are. The kind to place a newly bought dagger against his neck, or the kind to tip him for the quality of the blade. But you must see your honour shining through as he wags his finger once more and collects an axe and a fine broadsword from another corner of the shop. These are both treasures as well as deadly weapons of war. I'm sure you will agree. Let's have a look at the axe. Lift the axe from the table. Head is carved with symbols in a familiar language, but the quality of the staff and the head indicate that the axe is well used and may not last many more battles. 7 gold pieces. Haggle? The price is too high for this. I'll give you 5. Merchant looks uncomfortable, but eventually, with a glance around his storehouse, his empty, unvisited village, he agrees. Very well, 5, but it's my children who will suffer for it. Let's buy it. I'll take it, nodding. Give him 5 gold pieces and put the axe into your pack. Very good, patting his money pouch. You're a woman of good judgment, I see that. What else? Don't think we're going to be able to afford anything else, are we? Finest creature teeth, only 3 gold pieces. Really? Look inside the bag. You make to open the bag, but the merchant catches your hand. No, can't afford to have you palming one of them while I'm not looking, can I? I won't buy the teeth without seeing. Then you won't buy them. Taking the bag back and place it under his counter, unless... It did say about teeth. I'll take it. I'll hand over 3 gold coins and take the bag of teeth. I got some teeth and an axe. I think I'm done. Thank you, I've seen enough. Merchant nods his head. Please do visit again. Yeah, because I'll be back this way soon. Not. Get to your feet and take your leave of the merchant. Just outside the doorway in the sunshine, you pause to examine what you've acquired. Examine the carvings on the axe head. Tilt the axe in the sunshine to read the carvings on the metal. This axe was crafted in the year of the ox for Glandragor the Protector. Its powers may be realised only by its owner. Interesting. Look in the bag of teeth. Ooh. Open the drawstring bag and sift through the contents. Quite an assortment. 3 teeth from an ape, 4 from a goblin, 2 from a snattercat, and a large molar from a giant that is the size of a ripe plum. We got a giant's tooth. Head out of Cantapani and along the path into Shamu Hills. Past. Striding past the outlying huts, you send the villagers rushing indoors to hide. Then at the edge of town you pass a large boulder and at once 2 rough-cut villagers spring out with swords drawn. Bandits. 2 against 1, the first declares. You're lost, calls the other, so hand over your things, come on. How about fuck off? Try to reason with them. I don't want any trouble, you declare. First bandit edges forward, sword tickling at your chest. Running you through? No problem at all. The pack. Defend myself. I'm not going to let these 2 have my shit that I've just bought. Draw yourself to your full height. You have mistaken me for someone else, you declare. I would like to give you a moment to reconsider before I would kill you if I have to. Bandits growl and advance on you, 1 on either hand. Fight! First bandit closes on you, cackling and grinning. Time to put this creature in its place. Defend. Yeah. You should have made things easy for yourself, the bandit goads as he swings recklessly for your skull. You make a good defense. You are safe. Raises his sword, ready to protect himself. I've realised I've turned the sound off most of the way through. Fucking idiot. Raises his sword, ready to protect himself. I'm going to do a little one, because he's going to defend. Enough of this. Hurrying forward quickly, you aim to let his blood. Raises his sword at the last moment to effect a blow. Bandit grins with pleasure, escaping unharmed. Let's do you a bigger one this time, then. Wabang! Cut the imbecile no slack. You go through his throat with all your force. His stance is defensive. He turns most of the force of the blow. Bandit stops and coughs blood onto the earth. Grip tightens on his sword. He's gonna go for me. Yeah. See, we're okay. We're good. Drop back, raises your sword to protect your body. Like a fool who tries to cut your head from your shoulder. Flick his blade away. The blow does little harm. Boof. Yeah. Spin around, bringing your sword backhanded across his skull. Bandit gasps his last as you run him through. 2 stamina lost. Decent dueling. Second bandit takes one look at his dead colleague and turns and makes a run for it. Let him go. Let him go. Tell the others not to try and interfere with Analanders in the future. Turning back to the path, you begin walking once more. After about half an hour, the way becomes an uphill incline. To the hills. Leaving Cantopani behind marks the true start of the wilderness. Beyond that tiny outpost that scattered homesteads and car, thriving city port, but all are touched by cruelty in isolation and fear. Backlands and the long shadow cast by Mampang Fortress darken everything. No time for reflection. There's no time for reflection. You know the importance of your mission. Now it has begun, you must simply survive first and succeed second. You're as well prepared as anyone could be. 5 minutes later, you reach a fork in the road. The sergeant, for all his eyesight, hadn't mentioned this. A fork in the road. Road splits around the base of a giant tree, but does not rejoin on the other side. Left path winds down into the valley, and the right rises up a slope towards the first thick forest of the hills. So look right. Hard to see much further uphill. The forest is sudden and thick, and the path narrow. It may be hard going in that direction, but the hills will involve a lot of climbing eventually, and you may get a decent view of the next leg from the top of the ridge. Look left. Pause to consider the lower route. There's a river there, and a path below follows the left bank. It's a safer route, secluded and protected, but the curve of the landscape would mean you are almost backtracking. You are about to make your choice when you hear a faint cry somewhere close at hand. Is it a tarp? Ignore it, a trap, time to move on. Look around. Look around, then finally up into the branches of a tree. A pair of wizened, callous feet are dangling down over your head. About to drop on you, perhaps. Throw something into the tree. Who's up there? Or climb up. Who's up there? Voice cries again, a little more boldly this time. Up here! Help! Help! I can't get down! The voice of a feeble, wiry old man in a tree. Stepping back a little, you can see him clearly, as thin as sticks and dressed in dirty rags. What are you hiding from? How the old man got up the tree is a puzzle. He must have been escaping from some fearsome to climb so high. What are you hiding from? You cry. Damned Elvins, he replies. We were travelling from Dumfries to the outpost settlement in Analand, but I were waylaid by Elvins. Robbed me blind, but took me eyes, and left me up to tree. Don't know what kind of accent I've got going on there. Somewhere between northern and forest. I keep getting older, you see. We all do, but some are worse than others. Climbed up, but now I'm too old to get down. So, okay, weird. Help him out of the tree. Swinging yourself onto the lowest branch of the tree, you reach up and grab the old man by the waist. He's light as a leaf, and within a moment you've lifted him to the ground. Thanks for that, he remarks, brushing himself down and almost knocking himself over in the process. I was just starting to get a bit, perturbed, but I'm on the safe now. Seems remarkably confident, considering that the slightest stumble might break him to bits. Go on, Bennett. It was like, boop. What will you do now? What do I get in return? Leave him and move on. What will you do now? Keep going for Andland, it says. That's where I set off from. Well, back now. You couldn't believe the story if I told you. Suffice to say, though, if I know my eyes from my eyes, you're heading out to Mampang, and you'd better be smarter than I was. And here, presses a page into your hand. It's a page torn from a spell book. This might be of some use to you. I found this, just found it, mind, and don't go asking how, but it's no good to me anymore. Ah, thanks. Take a page and thank him. Man falls quiet and squats down on the ground. With his gibbering done, you hear a buzzing sound from up in the tree. A beehive! Climb up and investigate? Leaving the old man sighing with gratitude on the ground, you climb up through the branches of a tall tree. Bees! Beehive hangs like a ripe fruit in the very highest branch. Huge number of bees dance in and out of the swarm. What magic can I use? I suppose I could just shield myself. Get your balance enough to free your hands for a spell. Spellbook. Could do dumb, make creatures extremely clumsy, or enables non-intelligent creatures to be controlled. Let's try that one, shall we? If it will let me. Spellcasting. L A W Law. Cost a lot of blimmin' gubbins. You cast a spell concentrating on the swamp that surrounds a beehive. You feel your mind taking control of theirs. Several hundred small consciousnesses falling under your will. You lead them like a general directing an army away from the hive, allowing you to clamber up and relieve them of the succulent honeycomb and a nice ball of beeswax. That's a nice trick, the old man remarks. You stash your finds in your pack. The light is fading. It's time to move on. Oh, the man cries suddenly. Do you want to hear me riddle? I heard it from the Elvins. Hear him out. Gesture with a hand for him to speak. See him, though he sees you not. A stinging beast in a box not left. To guard a key is his lot. A goal a witch, or jail a witch of luck bereft. You thank him, you nod once, then turn your attention to the path ahead. Bye, crazy old man. The bees. So, that's the low path. But then the high one kind of goes up that way and towards some mines. Let's go the low way. Head into the valley seems the safest route, secluded without providing an opportunity for an ambush. And no matter how quickly darkness falls, the riverbank will guide your way. A man calls something after you about Elvins, but you ignore it. Path winds along a bubbling stream. You follow it, keeping the west bank. The valley itself becomes narrower on either hand. Good spot for an ambush. You can only hope that nobody knows you're here. After an hour's walk, you begin to feel hungry. You will need to eat at least once today to keep up your strength. Yeah, because I need some food. Taking a seat on the grassy bank above the water, you eat sugary honeycomb. Nom 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 nom. Rest for half an hour or so, and then continue your journey. Into the valley! The valley continues, and you walk for many hours until the sun begins to set behind the bank and the air grows cool. Now would be the time to find and pitch camp if you intend to sleep before darkness descends completely. But the moon will rise soon enough and you can walk on through the night. Somewhere beyond this valley there are villages with real beds, but I've got no gold. Let's make camp because I'm not going to be able to afford to go and stay anywhere. After a little thought you decide to stop. In the moonlight the river will turn black and the way will be hard to find. Better to sleep and set off to early tomorrow. Find a group of rocks and form a natural hollow beside the bank of the stream, and settle yourself in as comfortable a rat in a hole. We like rats. Before you decide to sleep, you check through your pack. You have 2 rations left. I've already eaten. I'm just going to sleep. But you do not need to eat again today. 1 meal is enough. Rest your head onto your pack, close your eyes. Eventually you drift off to sleep, soothed by the babbling of the stream, but a short while later you're awakened by a splashing noise. Stay still and listen. Hey, listen! Reasoning that you're well hidden behind the rocks, you keep your breathing quiet and listen. Creatures, 2 or 3 of them, splashing the stream, perhaps washing, perhaps throwing stones or catching fish. Stay low. You stay silent, listening closely, and after a while they seem to tire of their game. The valley falls quiet and still once more. Try to sleep. Oh. You sigh and attempt to go back to sleep. A moment later, something heavy and hard hits your face, and then everything goes black. Well, fantastic. Ow. Oh. Didn't mean to do that. Still halfway between sleeping and waking, you feel the presence of your spirit, the ape, close nearby. Its form has changed since you left Analand, just as you have changed, but it's still walking beside you. In the temple, they taught you that a prayer to your spirit could heal disease, lift curses, even save you from certain death. but the spirits are not generous and decline to help often. You can ask for spirits' aid using the pray button. Where am I? You're in a room. Sorry, another nightmare reference. You're tied up on the floor of a hut, and you're not alone. Nearby you hear the scuffle of many feet. Listen. Keeping your eyes closed, you listen carefully. The sound is familiar enough. Elven voices. Oh no. Damn Elvins! Open my eyes. Open your eyes, taking care to lie still. You see belongings lying a short distance away in the dirt. Around you patter tiny feet, and a few more feet hover a few inches in the air above. Wait. The guard, noticing you're awake, leans out the doorway and calls sharply. Soon a small crowd has gathered around you. Okay, one of the group's some kind of leaders steps forward. Traveller, he declares. We are creatures of pleasure and enjoyment. It is such a great pleasure to have a visitor in our poor hamlet. So ask now, how will you entertain us here? I'll show you magic, I'll sing for you, I'll kill you all! Shall I show you magic? I show you magic. I will show you magic. Chief claps his hands with glee, and so do the others in the crowd. Excellent. I need my hands first, though. Very good, but I can't weave a spell with my hands tied, because you just can't. Consider this for a moment and quickly decide. One approaches with his knife and holds it close to your face for a few seconds. Then he laughs, rolls you over roughly, and cuts the rope around your wrists. Now, declares the chief, entertain us. Perform a spell. I will show you a spell. What spell should I show them? I could, like, annihilate them, but... What can we do? Cast creature holding an object such as a weapon. The spell make the creature clumsy and uncoordinated. Drop the object, fumble to pick it up and drop it again. Well, they're intelligent. Call peace. Oh, beeswax. Perform this spell, beeswax required by hand, rubbing the wax on a bladed weapon. Okay, that just makes it more awesome. Spells on a trap. Goblin tooth. Cast onto teeth, creature 1, 2 armies of goblins. Awesome. Come summon a giant. Casting spell, illusion. DUD. I wonder if that'll do. See if we can do that. Spellcasting. Dud. Illusion of treasure. Cast a spell, focusing your mind on a large rock in one corner of the hut. Before their eyes, the elves see this rock turn into a mound of glittering treasure. They gasp with delight, smiling happily and congratulating you. Then one of them ventures over to touch the jewels, and as he does, you release the spell. Great cheer goes up as the treasure pile disappears. An excellent performance, Chief declares. Thank you. Why, thank you. But we've kept you from your road, the chief waves, for his tribespeople to clear a route to the door. The little creatures cheer. Gather up your belongings and they set you on your path out the village. Well, cool. To make some magic with some little elven dudes. Because I'm an entertainer. Right, I think I will leave it there because we've had a little bit of a little fight, we've had a little bit of spell casting, we've got abducted by random little elves, and we've hardly got anywhere. But no, thank you for watching. If you like it, like, comment, subscribe, do your thing in the comment section. Do check out Facebook, facebook.com/ScullyCrunchTV. We've been asking what games you want us to play, now that the Scully machine is up and running. So yeah, do tell us. Yes. So yes, do that. Find the Twitter information and stuffs in the banner on the YouTube page. And yeah, that's all good. Like I said, thank you for sticking with me. Hopefully I'll play some more of this soon. Right, take care now. Bye bye then. Ah.